Ladies and gentlemen, very distinguished guests, welcome here to the Airbus Henri Ziegler Delivery Center in Toulouse. My name is Alex Taylor, and I'm delighted to be your MC for this very prestigious evening. Many of you have obviously traveled from very far away to be with us here this evening for this very special event. Thank you very much for coming. We appreciate it. Tonight, as you know, ladies and gentlemen, we are celebrating a major milestone in the history of Airbus. We're actually celebrating a major milestone in the history of aviation. Because tonight, as you know, Airbus is handing over the very first A350-1000 to its very loyal customer, Qatar Airways. And I think that deserves a big round of applause. Thank you very much indeed. Now, ladies and gentlemen, on this very special occasion, who better to say a few words of welcome than Mr. Fabrice Brégier. Thank you. Please, big round of applause for him.
Thank you very much, my dear friend Akbar, dear Warren, dear colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests. It's, of course, a great honor for me and a great pleasure to be with you, to welcome you here in Toulouse for such a big event. The 350-1000 is the last baby of the Airbus family. This is, I believe, the most modern, the most sophisticated aircraft ever developed, and is the second member of a family you know well, the A350, as you are already the launch customer of the 350-900, and you are the biggest customer of this family of aircraft. This is, of course, for all the teams involved, a great pride and a great emotion. They worked since early 2007 to start developing this family of aircraft, and I would like from the bottom of my heart to tell you, my colleagues especially, and also our industrial partners, that I'm extremely proud to have led these developments together with Didier Evrard, and to see such a fantastic result. So big thanks to all of you who contributed to this development and this program. With this delivery, this is also Qatar Airways that we celebrate, because we can't have the best technologies, we can't achieve the best quality without the best customers. And clearly, I think this is a trademark, Akbar, of your airline. You want the best, you deserve the best, and at the end of the day, you get the best. So today, believe me, what we deliver will just be an extraordinary aircraft for the future. It has been, for me, during all these years, personally, but also my colleagues at Airbus, a great pleasure to see you cement your status as one of the most powerful and respected leaders in the global aviation industry. Qatar Airways has continued its global expansion. We were talking about Air Italy that you formally launched yesterday, but before that, IAG, LATAM, you are a key contributor, Cathay Pacific, and all that, I think, confirms, what you have achieved within your main mothership, Qatar Airways. You were crowned Airline of the Year by Skytrax for a remarkable fourth time. And on top of all of this, you have been elected as the new chairman of the Board of Governors of the International Air Transport Association, IATA, which is, I believe, a due recognition for your many accomplishments. You are a true statesman and ambassador for the industry and for your nation, the nation of Qatar. And all of us here at Airbus are honored that you have selected the Dash 1000 as your new aircraft. I would like to thank you and everyone at Qatar Airways, Giles, James, all your teams who have done a fantastic job and who have so much contributed to the development of the A350 program. Your confidence in this program has been critical to its success, and Qatar Airways is not only the world's largest A350 customer, it has been also the first airline to fly the 900 and played a decisive role in the program's original development a decade ago, and at that time there were not so many top customers who believed that we would deliver on our commitment. So thank you very, very much for that. And I have, of course, every confidence that this magnificent A350-1000 will, like his smaller brother, match your expectations. Your expectations, Akbar, are, of course, famous. They are famously high. They are high for your partners. They are high for your suppliers. They are also very high for your airline, your flight crews, and they are even higher for yourself. I could check that personally. And this is because of that your airline is now shaping the future of commercial air travel itself. The -1000 will strengthen Qatar Airways' position at the forefront of the aviation industry. This aircraft has all the fuel and cost efficiency of the original 900, but with additional seats, so is even more efficient than the 900, with a little bit more than 40 additional seats on top. And this extra size will be a major advantage for your airline on some of its busiest long-haul routes. The -1000 is also the ideal aircraft to showcase Qatar Airways' legendary customer service. And you have often said everything is in the details, and I must say that this is certainly true of your Q suites. They are extremely impressive and break new ground in comfort and luxury. With a first ever double beds in business class, they herald a revolution in business air travel. Qatar Airways has laid down a marker. It's now for the rest of the industry to catch up, if possible. I should also thank Warren East and all your colleagues, Warren of Rolls-Royce, for your fantastic job on the Trent XWB-97 engine. This was not just a small evolution of the 84K, which works beautifully. This was, as such, a complex development, and your teams did a great job, and the engine performs according to what we expected. So congratulations on this success. This is the most powerful engine ever developed for an Airbus aircraft, and it's, of course, for us, a key piece of art for the contribution of the performance of the -1000. Akbar, as I am leaving Airbus, I'm delighted to have this last opportunity to open a new chapter in the special relationship between our two companies. Before I go. You know that I have an immense respect for you and for what you have achieved. And very few people can claim to have changed the face of an entire industry, and you are definitely, for me, one of them. Thank you very much for that. We are due to deliver another 54 A350s to Qatar Airways, and who knows, perhaps even more in the future over the coming years. And I'm sure that all my colleagues, and especially Guillaume Faury, who has taken over the responsibilities of Airbus commercial aircraft, will continue to work with the utmost dedication to ensure that each one satisfies your requirements. So on behalf of everyone at Airbus, I offer you and your colleagues my congratulations on becoming the first airline to receive and fly the A350-1000. Again, many thanks to everyone within Airbus, to my partners, to my customers, and to the governments who supported me during these last 11 years at Airbus. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much indeed, Fabrice Breger. Much appreciated speech. Fabrice, as you yourself said, the outstanding performance and fuel efficiency of this new generation aircraft, ladies and gentlemen, is delivered largely by the new Trent XWB engines. So here to tell us more about it is Rolls-Royce Chief Executive, Mr. Warren East.
Well, good evening, everybody, and especially Akbar. Good evening, and to Fabrice, and thank you very much for inviting the Rolls-Royce team along here to celebrate this great milestone together. As Fabrice has described, there's absolutely no doubt that Qatar is an outstanding airline, and once again, Akbar and his team are leading the world, and we're very proud at Rolls-Royce to play our part in that. So congratulations to Qatar, and to congratulations to Fabrice and the team at Airbus on reaching this milestone. As we heard, the A350-900, the first member of the family, has been a remarkable success so far, and we are confident that this second member of the family will be no different. Now, when the folks at Rolls-Royce set out to work with Airbus to design the engine for the A350, the vision was to deliver absolutely the best jet engine in the world. And I think, looking back, we've succeeded in many ways. It's certainly the most advanced engine that we produce, that is the most efficient large aero engine flying today. And we're very pleased with the remarkable reliability that the first member of the family, the XWB-84K, has shown. And right now we have over 1.3 million flying hours for that engine. It continues to deliver excellent performance, and I think it's probably had the best entry into service for any wide-body engine. And so the team at Rolls-Royce are really proud of that, and I hope that looking forward we can be proud of this next engine and look forward to supporting you. And that's what we're here to talk about this evening. Of course, it's the next aeroplane and the next engine. And as you heard from Fabrice, that's caused our team at Rolls-Royce, our engineers, to really stretch the technology. And some of you heard at lunchtime some of the facts and figures, and I'm not going to repeat some of those now. But for us, it's our most powerful engine, our highest thrust engine, delivering 13,000 pounds more thrust than the XWB-84K. To do that, it's got a new fan, and the engine operates at higher temperatures. And we've worked on lots of materials and coatings and other technology to get there. And our engineering team are very proud of their achievement. And we look forward to seeing that engine enter into service and operate, I hope, for many, many millions of hours. But the technology is one thing. The other thing that makes these things a success is it's the people, and it's about the relationships between the businesses. And we have a particular pride in our relationship with Qatar Airways, and indeed our partnership with Airbus. So shortly, we will mark that relationship between Rolls-Royce and Qatar by presenting you, Akbar, with a one-off, unique work of art that takes our fan blade design and fuses it with the oryx, your logo, the national animal of Qatar. The fan blade itself is just one of the components in the engine that delivers this tremendous performance. It's one of the most advanced technologies you'll find within the engine. And it's really an iconic feat of engineering, and we will use that to celebrate our remarkable relationship with your airline. The horns, as you'll see, showcase the structure that gives the fan blade its strength, its durability, and then the attention to detail in the artwork, I'm told, makes it almost impossible to see the difference between where the Rolls-Royce piece finishes and the Qatari bit starts. And that's a metaphor for the close working relationship between our businesses. So thank you once again, Akbar, and thank you, Fabrice, for inviting us to come along and be part of this ceremony. And I think I can speak for all of my colleagues at Rolls-Royce, especially the colleagues at Rolls-Royce, many of whom here this evening have worked for many years on this engine. We congratulate you on getting to this stage, and we look forward to working with you in the future, supporting this engine that really is driving an extraordinary aircraft, and it's also serving an outstanding airline. Thank you.
Thank you very much indeed, Warren East. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to introduce our very special guest of honor, Qatar Airways Group Chief Executive, His Excellency, Mr. Akbar Al-Bakr.
Ladies and gentlemen, special guest, today marks another historical moment for Qatar Airways and for the aviation industry, together, of course, with Airbus. From the inception of the A350 program to the delivery of the A350-1000 to Qatar Airways in 2014 as a global launch customer of this fantastic program, we have watched this aircraft develop to be truly ahead of the curve and a firm favorite amongst our passengers. Today, it is again a proud moment for Qatar Airways. As the national carrier of the state of Qatar, to launch yet another global first with the introduction of the Airbus A350-1000 to our young fleet of 212 aircraft as the global launch customer. Here today together with Airbus, this major milestone showcases to the world that Qatar Airways continued to invest in the latest generation of aircraft. As we look forward to welcoming the Airbus A350-1000 aircraft type into our rapidly growing fleet, what also makes this occasion very special is that this is the first Airbus aircraft to be fitted with another industry first, our revolutionary Q Suite, a true first to the business class experience. I hope that today you have had the chance to see firsthand just how unique this product is. I am extremely proud of the vision that has demonstrated during the development of this Airbus A350 aircraft types jointly, hand in hand with experts from both Qatar Airways and Airbus. The partnership between Qatar Airways and Airbus is long established, and this next step marks yet another new chapter. And it is not only the partnership between our businesses that remains strong, the relationship between my home country, the state of Qatar, and France is stronger than ever. Recently, we welcomed the French President, Emmanuel Macron, to Qatar, where he met with His Highness the Emir, Sheikh Tamim bin Hamad Al Thani. On this significant occasion, our two leaders signed commercial contracts between our two countries worth over $14 billion. Of course, included in this contract was Qatar Airways' recent announcement to reconfirm and upsize our earlier order for 50 Airbus A320neos with the firm order instead of 50 of the larger A321neo aircraft. And so with such a rich and positive history between us, I want to offer a sincere thanks to you, everyone in Airbus and Rolls-Royce, for their commitment to the successful introduction of the Airbus A350-1000 in service. And to conclude, my dear friend Fabrice, I would like to really appreciate for what you have done to make this relationship between Qatar Airways and Airbus even stronger. I would also like to thank Warren and, of course, Didier Everett for all the support you have given us with our very demanding requirements, as Fabrice earlier stated. And Guillaume, you will not be left off the hook. You will have to realize that we are still around and will be very demanding. But at the same time, with all the appreciation and all the praises that was bestowed on me by my dear friend Fabrice, what we have achieved in Qatar Airways is not just because of me as an individual. It is the hard work, perseverance, commitment, dedication of all the young men and women that serve in my airline. And as I'm very demanding to you, I'm also very demanding to my staff. And together we have built one of the world's finest airline and raised the bar of the aviation industry for everybody else to follow. So we are always the leaders. At the same time, Fabrice, I know this is your last day. You have been a great supporter, a great friend, a great leader, and we will immensely miss you, both in Qatar Airways and I'm sure by your colleagues in Airbus. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much indeed. Your Excellency, Fabrice Bregier and Warren East, I'm going to ask you to come back onto the stage for the gifts. If you could come back, because I know how important this is for you. And if I could ask you to come to the center of the stage, gentlemen, because I think we have two ladies here who are going to help you to exchange the gifts to commemorate this important milestone. Airbus and Rolls-Royce have a special gift for their customer, Qatar Airways. Don't be afraid to come into the light, I think, so that we can see you. I think you'll get a much better photograph. So, ladies and gentlemen, Airbus is pleased to present this beautiful wood and gold trophy by contemporary artist Manuela Paul Cavalier. As you can see, it's very delicately engraved with lovely gold leaf. It's also quite heavy. It's a tribute to the long-standing friendship between Airbus and Qatar Airways. Only photographers from Airbus for the moment, please. The photographs will be available on the site tomorrow. A big round of applause so that the photograph is, there we are. Thank you. What a splendid piece of work to celebrate this friendship. And as we heard from Warren too, the engine manufacturer Rolls-Royce also has a special gift for Qatar Airways, a sterling silver oryx sculpted by world-renowned artist Rachel Ducker. The piece represents, as we heard, the national animal of Qatar and the logo, of course, of Qatar Airways. So a big round of applause also for the photographer. Thank you. Thank you very much indeed. As I say, Airbus photographers are taking photographs of this, and the photographs will be available on the site tomorrow. Thank you very much indeed, gentlemen. If I can ask you to take your seats with your Excellency, and thank you very much for that help. Thank you. As you can see, the traditional gift exchanging ceremonies. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we've reached a very special moment of our event. And for this, I need the help of you three gentlemen. I'm going to ask you, first of all, could you stand up, please? I shall need your help so that we can now proceed. Any minute now, in front of His Excellency Fabrice Bregier and Mr. Warren East, here we are, we have hands. I'm going to ask you to put your hands on these marks. There we are, gentlemen. Hold for a few seconds because we're off. And as you will see, it's all for the very first time.
First experiences are the essence of life. First time you see the light. And first discoveries. First steps. First adventure. And first achievement. First time you find a treasure and get connected to the world. First time you meet a friend and feel the taste of freedom. First ambition and first excitement. First time you take off and see the beauty of the earth. First taste of victory. First feeling of pride. First time you see the stars. And first time you see your star. In life, there is always a first time. But today is your first time. Today is the first time you'll fly.